Good morning. Welcome to our weekly training. How's everyone doing today?
Doing great.
Doing good.
Good. Welcome everybody to our training today. So look, the agenda today is really simple. I'm going to talk about two things. The first is live chats. And the second is the live process, going live. So this is a little bit different to what we normally do with training. And I just want to also, before I start, talk to you about what might happen in the future training. So what I'm wanting to do in the future for these training meetings is to talk on a very specific topic. So it may be a topic that we've identified that needs to be retrained or emphasized or talked about. And so what we'll do is we'll have it may only be 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and we'll train on it, and then I'll stop the recording. The reason being is it just reduces me needing to edit things, and we can put that recording straight into the relevant area in Trainial for everybody's benefit and updates. So that'll be going forward, but today it's just going to be a recorded weekly meeting that can be archived and come back and look at. So first we want to talk about chats. So I've got some new people here. We've got B, Pierre, Manal. So let's use the new people to get some information out. So in Local4U, there's some approved chat channels or places we should be having conversations. Who can share with me where those are?
Like
Don't be shy.
between us.
Yeah, between us, between each other, between departments. Yeah, how do we communicate in the chats? What chats should we be using?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yep. And within WhatsApp, are there any particular chats that we should be using?
In the
group.
In the group, yeah.
Yep. The group chat?
Yep.
What are they called? So how does the admin team talk to each other?
Their group chat. That.
So we have a group chat called Admin Superheroes, right?
Yeah.
So it's really quiet. So where are you talking to each other?
Personal chat.
Eh?
Yeah.
Personal chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a lot of new people. So I just need to probably help out. So this Admin Superheroes chat, in the past, and Yock's going to smile soon, I've in the past said this should be in English because we're building Trainial and we're trying to figure out the questions and answers and common themes to make sure it's all working. So effective immediately, the Admin Superhero chat is Thai or English.
Yay.
So if there's another chat that's speaking Thai, you all need to delete it and remove from it. Okay. We need to keep it all into one chat. Okay. I'm happy for Thai and English in this chat. The reason being is we now have an HR manager. We now have MUI, and we have a strategy that we're working on with some of our new people to update the CRM and all the answers and questions. Okay. So I've wanted it in English from a perspective that we can check quality and make sure it's working, but that'll now be MUI's job and Yock's job inside that chat to make sure the quality and the answers are accurate between Thai or English. So I can help out on the English ones, but maybe not so much on the Thai ones. So please just remember, it is company policy that we only talk and communicate within the approved chats. Okay, so let's clean that up. So in this chat, talk Thai or English, talk to each other as much as you want, ask questions, work on that situation. The other chat is the family chat. So often that's been used from inter-departments talking to each other. And if you need to talk to someone else in another department, you can talk across there. Now, it's important for you to understand why. It's important because the manager of that department is aware that there's a conversation happening with a member of their staff from a member of another staff, right? So it's not about watching and telling people off. It's not for that reason. It's so that people are aware that there's a conversation happening between one department and another department directly with staff members. And that may be the quickest way to solve a problem, right? And that may be the good way of doing it. In some cases, a manager might step in and say, hey, look, let's have a meeting and talk about this problem or this issue and see if we can resolve it another way. So it's just, that's how the chats work. Just giving you insight to some of our new people. Mui, of course, as a manager, may talk directly to you, and you may talk directly to her. If you have any issues or concerns, you don't have to talk in the admin chat, right? So just so you understand, that you can talk directly, obviously, to your manager and each other. When you're talking to each other, though, for work purposes, it needs to be inside that chat. So even if you're talking to each other, if Per and Manel are talking to each other on a chat, it should be in this admin superheroes chat, right? Not in another chat that you two have. If you want to go do karaoke and organize a plan for karaoke, then have a chat somewhere else about that. But for work purposes, let's keep the chat in there. Now, in training, when you were started, you should have gone through that training. I want to ask any of the new people, did you go through the training that talked about meetings and chats and the protocols? Just give me a hand if you went through that training or remember it.
And by meeting, you mean like the meeting time and things like that?
The meeting expectations and the chat protocols.
I think I haven't seen a chat protocol.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I see.
That's not good, but
either.
good that you're telling me. Yok, when you work on that sequence of when a new person starts, what information they're getting and need to track through. So there is a in Training, there is a section called chat protocols. And as a new person, you should have gone through that, and you probably haven't. So this is why we're here, and we've got all these chats going somewhere else. So just remember, the chat goes into admin superheroes, talking to departments, go through the family chat, and if you need to talk to your manager, you can go directly to them. The only time that I will usually go directly to you is if we're solving a particular problem, but I often do that in the admin chat, or if I've got a technical thing that I'm trying to solve with you directly, like an email or an access issue. I probably won't bother everybody in a chat. So it's just important to remember that. For those of you that haven't gone through the training on the chat protocols, it's important to note that if you're having conversations and you create a new chat with each other or a little side team, that it actually is instant dismissal from local for you. So that's not me warning or threatening you. It's just that's the protocol. We should be having those chats. So update. Yok will update Yok, can you update the policy? It's English or Thai in that chat, and ensure that everybody is aware that that's the policy. Any questions? It's pretty straightforward. So this chat should be really chatty. So at night time, Per and Manel, if you're talking to each other on a chat, I mean, phone call, obviously you just talk, right? But if you're talking to each other through the night on a chat, it should be in the admin superheroes.
But you can still like talk, like call on 3CX, right? Because
Yes.
sometimes talk is easier and quicker.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, there's never been an issue. You can talk to each other on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just a chat. If you're talking, make sure it's within those areas. So let's talk about the live process. This is not training. but well done to our team members who are new and have been starting to push some lives out. Great work. What I'm going to do though, and where is she? So I'm waiting. I'll just look for her surprise when I say her name. What I want you to do, no pressure, and I want everyone to recognize that has not been with us a very long time. So I'm going to use as an example because she's in between. I want to kind of talk to us about the live process. What happens? What do you do when the customer goes live? And this is, you can use your information, pull up Trainial, use your other second screen. What do we do when a customer goes live? So let's start from the booked time. Let's just say Thursday, 4 o'clock. We have an appointment to do the test order. Right, everyone following me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just give a bit of context so you know where to start. So let's now walk through that process from the test order to going live. And let's all help if she gets stuck. But what do we do? Let's go from the appointment. I'm on the phone. Hi, I've got my tablet. Let's go.
Okay, so Steve, what time will you be available for turn on the service with us?
Right now, let's go.
Okay, let's go. So first of all, I would like you to do the first order.
Yep.
In order to test our system, is it gonna be working or not? So how about the restaurant name and
Same restaurant.
Yeah, my restaurant name's Demo Eats.
okay, so I will place the order to your restaurant.
Yes.
And I would like you to accept the order, but don't have to cook it.
Really? Don't have to cook it? Okay, good to know.
Okay, so I'm going to place it now. So have you received my order yet?
Ding, ding. Yep, it's coming through.
Yeah, so can you tell me what I have been ordered?
You ordered spring rolls, my favorite.
Okay, so I already saw here that you got me to pick it up in the next 30 minutes.
Yes.
Which means that you already accept the order and already confirm.
Yes.
Yeah, so now the system is working. So
Great.
the next,
Is it that easy? That's how it goes. Okay, good.
so the next thing I would like you to know about our information. Let me confirm you about the information that we just have with your restaurant. So you will open in every day 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
I work long hours.
Okay. Let me check. So your delivery fee will be $5 with no minimum orders. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So will you will using only the cash and card at the counter?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have table reservation and dining. You only have pick up and delivery. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, so the next thing is after we placing the order will last long in your device for 3 minutes. If it existing for 3 minutes, it will be go for the missed order. And after that, you have to if you want the customer to place the order with you again, you have to call the customer regarding the details that the customer just gave you once the customer placed order.
Okay.
Okay. So else. Okay, so first of all, I would, in order to know that if sometime there is a misorder, it will be automatically notified with your email address that you just register with us. But in order to notice that, and we will help you in order to monitor your restaurant about the misorder report, we would like to have the notification about misorder as well. I was required to access the misorder notification. It will be sent to your email. Can you please accept it for me as well?
Okay.
Okay, so the best way to contact us will be 3 ways, which is the first one is to have the phone call with us. I will send out the information that you can contact us via the email once we have turned on our system. And the next one is the live chat, which is you have to go on our website, which is localforyou.com, and on the right bottom there you will see the live chat, so you can chat with our customer support every 24 hours, 7 days. We available for you to have conversation with you. And the last way to communicate is to have the email, which is local4you admin, which is admin@localforyou.com. You can do the message to us via that email as well. So do you have any question?
No, that all sounded really good. So what's the live chat for again?
Live chat is for it is the best way to communicate to us. It is the typing channel that you can communicate with our customer support, whether in English or Thai.
Great.
Yeah, anything else?
No, let's stop and discuss that. You did wonderful. Is there anything that was missed from anyone else in the team in that conversation? That was a great conversation, by the way. We know it goes a lot longer than that, but that you hit all the great points. Was anything missed or suggested that could be done differently, or any thoughts on that?
Yes, I want to add something. You should be informed the customer when they want to close the restaurant for temporarily, like they want to close this earlier than normal. You need to inform that the customer cannot just like turn off the application. It's not working that way. They need to contact to us and tell us to turn on the system for them in order to predict the misorder that's gonna come through the applications. And also, if they want to edit something, for example, like menu, the pricings and the description of the menu, they can just come to us and then we can edit it for them. Edit it for them. Yeah.
Great. A good addition there. And is there anywhere in Trainio where it gives all those bullet points of what we should discuss that we just did? I hope there is. But I want to touch on the live chat because I think this is probably one of the areas that if we get wrong, we frustrate the customer. So you did nothing wrong here. I'm glad you said it because sometimes we don't say it at all. But if everyone can see my phone, can anyone see what I got on my phone here?
Yep. Yes, you can see it.
Yes, we can see it.
All right. Does everybody know how to do that
Yes.
for the
Use
customer?
chat.
Do you know how to
Oh.
do that for the customer?
Yeah.
They can do
Yeah.
it by themselves. I don't think I can like do it for them.
No,
Like
you can't.
I can tell them how to do it, but you
Yeah,
can't do it for them. Yeah.
So and everyone, my suggestion is here. The test order and everything else is great. But the second most important thing to make sure, the first thing is to make sure the system's working. The second is this, right? Is walk them through the steps to get the chat on their phone and do a test chat with you right there. This is going to be the customer support, because what customers do is they want to know the quickest way to contact you when there's a problem. And often it's the phone call that the phone number that they've saved. And sometimes that's a salesperson. Sometimes that's you directly. Sometimes it's the 1-800 number. Sometimes it's a text message to the CRM that you don't read till the next day, right? So what's really important here is if the customer's busy and they want to rush off the phone, you need to come back and get that happening for them and get them on the chat and actually come to you. So right now, who's on the chat right now? I know you're probably not because we're here, but I'm just going to click it right now.
Let's see who will be the fastest.
By the way, my notification sometimes is not working, like on Talk2 or 3CX. Can we fix that?
Yeah, fix it.
Yeah, like how?
How?
I don't know. I've never had that problem if it's set up right. I've never had that problem. We'll have to do some tests right now.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe do some tests with someone.
Like right now that you're doing the Talk2, it's no notification on my Talk2.
There's none.
Nothing.
Okay, it'll be a settings issue. It'll be fine. We'll work through that. Okay, can anyone see my test? Mui's coming.
Yes. Yes, I'm the quickest.
See?
Yeah.
Mui's come in. And you know what happens is I click out and I click back in. And my conversation actually can continue as well. Okay. So this is really important step. Here's B, she's back.
Oh, where's B?
She disappeared.
She lost
she's back now.
connection.
She's back now.
She's back.
So it's really important that we explain that live chat process and how to get customer support. Now, one thing I'll add there, and we talked about some of the details, everything. Menu is a really another conversation that you want to have with the customer. So you say to them, look, as orders come through over the next couple of days, if something doesn't look right or is not working right, send us a message in that chat and we'll look at it straight away for you. Right. I know we've been talking through SMS, but you need to understand that I've been your account manager. I mean, not account manager, I've been your project manager building the project, but I only work 8 hours a day. So if you send an SMS at 8 o'clock tonight, I may not read it till the next day, halfway through the day, right? So it's really important that you learn that this is how you communicate with us 24/7. Unless we're busy, we'll get back to you within half an hour and get fixed or resolved whatever you need. So we need to convince them that's how to talk to us. Even the SMS in the system, once they're live, should not be the way that they expect immediate response, right? Because it could, as you know, they could send you a text on Friday night and they're not going to get a response till Monday morning. And they'll be like, oh, your customer service is no good. I sent a message and no one responded to me. This live chat is what they should complain about, right? That's what they should be. If they're complaining about any other way of contacting us and we're not getting back to them, that's probably going to be a legitimate complaint. If they complain about the live chat not responding, other than Manal's issue that we've got to solve, that we should be improving all the time of our response times, and it's tracked and monitored. So just remember that's really important. Okay, thank you very much. You did a great job. Well done. I'm going to move on to Pear now. Keep your hand down, Yop. I'm going to go on to Pear now. Pear, I'm going to go on to Pear now because she's another newbie we're going to pick on. Pear.
Oh gosh.
after you hang up the phone's hung up, the customers understands how to call onto live chat. What do you do next in the back end now? What happens next? What are the next steps to make that customer live?
I will go to the CRM and put the live date on the go live info. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah, live date, good. Yep.
And then I will post on their Facebook with the flyer and Google
What
My
else do we do on
Business.
Facebook? What else do we do on Facebook?
Put the button.
Yep.
Yep. And post on Google My Business.
Yep. And what else do we do on Google My Business if we haven't already?
Check all the information.
Yeah. Update all the links, make sure the links are directly. Yeah. Good.
The opening hours and stuff.
Yep.
And
Hopefully the opening hours and all that is probably fixed before we go live, but I know what you're saying. So we definitely want to make sure and double check that the link to the website and everything's all working on Google My Business. Yep.
Yep. And
Anything else?
No. Hopefully.
Nope.
Yep. Nope.
Good. That's it. Have we missed anything?
Call customer for feedback.
Customer feedback. So what is that?
Oh, yeah.
7 days.
7
Yeah.
days after.
Yeah, I think it should be quicker than that. I don't know what the
5.
system's doing. In 3 or 4 days, I think it sends up a task to do that. It's not a completed project until you've done the feedback, right? Because that's you following up. How's the menu? Is it working? And they may have only had a few orders. So sometimes you want to check the back end orders to make sure they've got 3 or 4, 5, 10, 15 orders. They'll know the feedback. If they've only had 1 or 2 orders and it was Monday and you're calling them Thursday and the weekend hasn't happened yet, you may not get much feedback because it's not had much activity. Usually after a weekend is the best time to get the feedback on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday. So you schedule that, but the project's not complete until you do that follow-up phone call. And again, that's another time to re-emphasize, hey, remember from here on in, this is how you're going to get support. And you may just, if you can't get hold of them, send them an SMS, right? Hey, just tried to call you, get your feedback. Any issues with the menu, anything like that, let us know, anything else. But just remember, use the live chat to come and get us to help. So don't beat yourself up if they don't answer the phone all the time and you haven't got that feedback closed off. Making the effort, sending an SMS, sign off on the feedback. So you've completed the task, okay? So that's just some updates I probably haven't talked about in a long time. But reaching out, making that effort really goes a long way from our customers.
I have a question.
Excellent. Yes, Manel.
Do we have to put a billing date in, or is it your stuff to do? Like I just live last night, so just curious.
So no, do not enter the billing date. There's 2 things, three areas that you really don't touch. Once you've live, all you need to do is put in the live date. I enter in the billing date.
Okay.
I use that to know that I've set up billing.
So do I have to tell the customer, like when I live with them, like when they're gonna get billing, or if
you just tell them that their 30-day trial has started today.
Okay.
That's it.
Do we have to task you to do the billing date?
No.
No,
Okay.
no. As soon as you enter the live date and it's completed, it automatically tells me that I need to set up the billing.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you enter the billing date, then we'll never bill them. And then in 3 months' time, I'll be going, we didn't bill this customer. Someone needs to call them and tell them that we're going to hit them 3 times, 2 months billing. So do not enter the billing date. In fact, the CRM shouldn't allow you to at your permission level, but that's not functional at the moment. But so, yeah, you just need to enter the live date and you're done. And everything else you need in the CRM. Good question. Yeah. Probably the other thing to kind of get an idea around is for those of you that are working with account managers on a bundle or a solo.
Mhm.
Just keep those communications going, working together. The account manager they control the live date, and they know it's going to be the 10th or the 25th because it's Facebook ads. It has to be on a specific date. It can't be just when we're ready. You guys have a little bit of flexibility within that billing range, but just so you know, the account managers are restricted to the 10th and the 25th because they're going live. We actually pay the Facebook ads and then charge them for the Facebook ads. So we can't charge them for 3-4 days. So their billing dates. So just so you know, if you are dealing with a Silver Solo or even a bundle and it's a new build, we should really try and get those dates, follow the account manager dates to set that lead time. I don't want to get too caught up into that, but look, that's a great conversation. I'm glad that our newer team members have a really good handle on that. Just so you know, we have a very strong plan over the next 30 days to be now taking all the questions, some of the mistakes in the in the training, and start working on updating all those and providing answers to a lot of questions. So we have a plan. But thank you for being patient, and thank you for your great work in putting a lot of questions in. And we will have that starting to populate within Trainial. So Trainial now needs to become the Bible. And my encouragement to existing staff is you may need to start getting used to the habit of just going into Trainial and searching certain things, because the processes will start changing and updating to what you may have done in the past. Any other questions at all? Yoki,
Yes.
had you up earlier? Sorry, who had a question?
Me.
Manal, yep.
I saw earlier that you said the credit card should not like be the credit card number, like we shouldn't get it in the phone. So if we have to like buy the domain or something like that, what are we gonna do? Or is it not my like responsibility to buy the domain?
Okay, that's a good question because I hadn't thought about that particular issue. So you're talking about when you're on the phone to a customer and they're going to buy the domain name, and you're doing it for them and asking them for their credit card details, correct?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, this would be my advice. This is all about their choice in this case. So what we don't want, let me just give the context. What we don't want is all members of our staff calling people for new billing details and recording it in the CRM. That's dangerous, right? That's not good privacy policy. So to eliminate that, I've said you only set a task for Steph to get new credit card details. Although, Yok, you'll be happy to know, last night, I discovered another way where I think we can do that all internally. But having said that, what you brought up now is true. So what I'd be saying to a customer is going, look, I can set this up for you, or I can walk you through it your end. Which would you prefer? What I mean by that is, the link that you go to, localforyou.com domains, whatever it is, they can do that and sign up and buy the domain name and use their credit card and enter it in on their site. They can do that. You can walk them through that on the phone. If they say, no, I prefer you to do it, go, look, I need to advise you that we don't store your credit card details. I don't have access to your credit card details, but I will need to ask for your credit card details to put it in, and we'll do a screen share so you know what's happening. So I think it's at this stage, I think it's just about having that conversation with them and let them make the decision. But we shouldn't ask them or store them or write them down on a piece of paper. We should be putting them straight into the screen with them watching. That's the ideal. But everything outside of that domain name, because we're doing them the favor, right? We're helping them. Worst case scenario, we just use internal credit, and I'll just bill them separately, and you set me a task. Talk to the customer about that. Domain names is probably a unique situation. But what I have found, guys, and I will just share this quickly, we had a customer that went from direct debit to credit card. What we can do Yock, and just for everyone knows, we can actually just create a customer account inside Stripe for them with no billing details, with an email that they give us, and then they can go in and reset the password and then update their credit card details.
But how they gonna create that?
No, you need to give me their email address that they want to create a Stripe account with. I'll
Okay.
set up their customer profile, and then they can go in and reset the password with that email address, and then they can upload their credit card details to it without us being involved.
Okay. So
Does that
we
make
just-
sense?
Yeah, so if we have this case, the next step is to create the task for you and give the email details to you, and then you will send them the email and they can create the account. Not create,
No,
but
I'll
log in.
create the account and then I'll send them a password reset.
Oh yeah.
They get that, they reset the password, log in, and then put in their credit card details without us touching it. And then admin will get notified that they've updated their credit card details, and then you know to let me know.
Good.
It's a little messy. It'll all be superseded in a couple of months because there's a new billing system coming in. So we're in the middle of transitioning. But I just don't want anybody to be accused of taking credit card details. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's important that you don't be open to being accused, right? And Steph's the only one that will get credit card details over the phone because he's a director of the company. And if they want to accuse him, then that's really small legal run, right? Does that make sense? It doesn't make any of you vulnerable. And that's what we don't want for our stuff.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, today was great. Thank you for all your inputs and and Pierre for taking the heat on the spot. You did well. And thank you everyone for helping out. I'm going to end this meeting. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.